This is Terror House Radio with Matt Forney and Bryden Proctor.
Welcome to a Terror House Radio episode number 75. I'm Sean, the gracious host, and the founder and editor-in-chief of Terror House Press. With me, as always, is co-host and sometimes producer, the world's only comedian, Bryden Proctor.
Hey. How is everybody? Happy Thanksgiving, motherfuckers. Good.
Happy Thanksgiving. Our guest for this program is also the Bechtloff. You can check out his live stream. His YouTube channel is in the description. Bechtloff, thanks for coming on the show again.
Oh, sure. What else I got to do tonight?
Wait, hold on.
Well, you could watch football. You could not be a homosexual and watch football.
No, I watch hockey like a white man.
No, but says Matt, who we've had the conversation on this show when I was defending sports, and now Matt likes football because he's good at fantasy football.
Yeah, I'm good at winning.
Matt likes football because I came on here and I don't like football, and Matt is forever contrarian.
I thought you were going to say he likes football because you came on him.
Look, he wasn't supposed to tell anybody about that.
You know, it's a real comeback story. Come on, I stole that joke. But yeah, no, fucking Matt's killing it, the whole fucking league, dude. Like, it's ridiculous. He's like 9-2 or some bullshit. It's stupid. He's a savant. Like, it's terrible.
And I have won the last 7 games.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, dude. It's
Whereas
ridiculous.
you're like at a 50-50 split. You're like at 5-6.
No, yeah, dude. I'm like, I think I'm 5-6. I lost to people that have forgotten they're in the league. That's how bad I'm doing.
You lost to Young Peck twice.
Yes, I lost to Young Peck twice. 3
of his players were like on bye weeks.
Yeah.
And weren't even playing, and you still lost.
I still lost.
That's like losing a breakdancing competition to a
paraplegic. Yeah, dude, it's brutal. Like, it's not that I'm not trying. I mean, I set my lineup. There's only so much that I can do. But, you know, like, if there was...
the reason you're losing, Brian, is because you spat in the face of God. You were all cocky at the beginning. You were like, I'm going to win. I'm going to buy that wrestling belt.
I was very cocky.
Yeah. And now look at you. You just tempted fate. You jinxed yourself.
It is egg on my face, I will say. Yes. Yeah.
The one year at 2016, I think it was, at my job at the time, I played in the fantasy football league just to like be social.
Right.
And I didn't know who anybody was, so I'm just picking names at random, you know. And I almost
like
beat everybody.
That's good.
I almost beat everybody, and people were getting so pissed. I even called my team something stupid like Herpaderps or something, and everybody who took football seriously was so pissed at me for a long time. It's like, you don't even know who any of these people are. I'm like, no, but I know they're doing good.
Well, I named my team the Kenosha Joggers, and our team logo is a picture of George Floyd.
Well, that's very honoring to his memory. I appreciate that.
I'm the San Francisco Bears, and my team logo is from this day forward a picture of Matt.
San Francisco Bears, I could almost see that being a real team.
Oh, dude, it would.
I could almost see that, like, wink and a nod being real.
But I thought it was clever.
It's like the joke you made about how, you know, there are now NFL games being played in London. A London team called the London Licenses.
Remember in the movie Basketball when they had the San Francisco Fairies and they were the only team that had male cheerleaders?
That rules.
That movie's so great. I should watch it again.
Oh, man. Yeah. So Thanksgiving's good. Bad news, though, all around. It seems like there's nothing but terrible news. Like, you know, you got that attack over in Wisconsin, and then what's some other bad things that have happened? It just seems like there's just an abundance of bad shit going on.
I hear that terrible white supremacist Kyle Rittenhoff got off.
There's that. You know, there's a 666 passport now in Colombia. It's not great. But I had a good day. I mean, I haven't done anything because I don't celebrate imperialist holidays like Thanksgiving.
Oh, God.
But I went to the store. So far. So, yeah.
What'd you buy? Tampons, you girl? See, when the show lags, I just start insulting Matt blindly. What are you drinking on? You got another one of those
It's Corona. It's a Corona, seltzer.
Rojo and Limon.
For a second, I thought that was like a V8.
It looks like it. It definitely does.
It's Mexico's answer to White Claw. We don't have White Claws down here, but we do have these. Well, I think Michelab also has those, but these are a little cheaper.
There are the Corona seltzers up here as well. I've never had one. Erica loves seltzers, but I don't drink them. Once they got rid of Pure Still, which is like this was the best. It's completely gone. When the White Claw started coming out, they used to have this thing Pure Still, and it was like flavored water except alcoholic. And boy, howdy, can you get fucked up on that shit. But they could not give it away. I was the only guy that bought it. I would go in and just buy all of it, and they still won't keep the shit around because it was the best thing for a hangover in the morning. Something that tastes like water, but is 5% alcohol. If you got a hangover in the morning, you pound 2 of those and you're ready to go, dude. But they don't exist anymore. Pure Still was incredible. I used to get fucking sloshed on those.
What was the drink like 10, 15 years ago that was like the alcohol mixed with the energy drink that they flat out ended up banning in America?
Sparks.
Oh, man.
There was Sparks and then Four Loko. Now they have
Four Loko is the one I was thinking of. I had a bunch of buddies that got fucked up on Four Loko like all the time.
It was the best. Dude, Sparks started before Four Loko. Four Loko was 8%. Sparks was either 5% or 8%, depending on if it was the orange logo or the black logo. And I would drink those all the time. They were $2. So I would just go and get Sparks and then go to work drunk and fucking energized. It was incredible. I wish they still made them.
Well, I mean, they were banned in a bunch of places, and I think Four Loko just decided to nuke water down the recipe on their own. That was the issue.
Well, yeah, because some fucking idiot kid died or whatever. And it's like, okay, well, that's just poor parenting. Why do we have to get rid of it?
And also, it doesn't prevent you from just throwing Red Bull and Gatorade together. So,
yeah,
you have to go for an extra. It's like the big gulp bans in New York City. It's like, oh, we're not good. We're going to limit them to 16 ounces. Well, you could just buy 3 of those, instead of a huge 64-ounce one. It's a little more work, but you can still get the same amount of sugar water.
So wait, Matt, are you saying that the government should just take its hands off of every goddamn thing in the world?
Possibly.
Okay, good. As long as we all agree that Ancapistan would be a fine place to live, then we're good. What say you, Bechtloff?
I don't think you have to go full ANCAP to be like, maybe the government shouldn't tell me how much soda to drink.
What? No. No, you do. Let's slippery
there's
slope.
There's probably a little middle ground in between there.
Disagree. Let's finally make the slippery slope fallacy fucking work, or not fallacy. Let's make the slippery slope work in our direction. All right, and we go and Capistan. Hey, I think you should be able to buy Four Locos. Also, let's abolish the federal income tax. Right?
I mean, I'm all for arguing for ANCAP because then maybe you'll get halfway there and I'll be happy. You got to over. It's
classic anchoring. This was discussed in the
Art of the Deal.
The Art of the Deal.
It's like if I'm just saying let's trim down the government, but then Bryden comes out here and says let's abolish the government, I sound way more reasonable.
Well,
so then they go with my plan.
And then I say kill the poor.
Well, okay.
It's like when I always say that we should kill all the Amish. Suddenly the plan to just get rid of the buggies sounds a lot better.
By the way, I disavow all those comments. We are peaceable people.
No. I definitely do not ever want to violate the NAP. But everything that's being done to me right now is a violation of the NAP. And the older I get, the more I think about it, and this is true, I start to sympathize with the Russian nihilists of things that are like, I don't care what happens afterwards, but get rid of this.
I think that when there's a buggy on the road in front of me on my way to work, that violates the NAP for me.
I agree.
I too believe in the NAP. Nice available pussy.
Oh, God. Fuck. I need to get this set up to where I have drops so I can put a boo on that one. God damn.
It might be possible. I have a new computer coming finally.
Well, it has nothing to do with your shit. I got to get Voice Speeder Banana set up to do it.
You need to get a whole.
We're not going to be using StreamYard anymore.
Get a whole morning show like soundboard.
I have
morning zoo radio.
I wish you could hear it. I have a 32. This Niles gave me this for my birthday back in September, and I love it. I've got a 32 key Stream Deck. So it's useful for more than just playing fart noises, but in general, I just play fart noises on it.
And then you call people with Arnold Schwarzenegger clips.
I
It's
wish
2003 again.
I should do that. Whatever, dude. 2003.
It's been long enough. Can we bring it back? It's
We
fresh again.
should. At least ironically, let's do it. I mean,
you should go full like Tom Likas impersonation, start blowing people up.
Wait, what?
What, Tom Likas?
No, blowing people up.
That escalated quickly.
Whenever he ended a call, like, people that blow me up, Tom, and they blow,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No,
I thought Tom Likas was bombing federal buildings.
Yeah. Tom Allahu Akbar? Like, I don't,
Likas 101. Here's where you can buy large amounts of cheap fertilizer.
Damn it. Spit on myself. See, I would give you one. I'd give you one. Like a Forney.
That gives me an idea for like a comedy skit where you just have the most boring middle of the road pop morning zoo, like Elvis Duran or something, and all of a sudden it just gets super based in the middle of it, and like, well, I just think we need to round up the Jews. But it's like they're interviewing Ariana Grande, and then immediately after that, it's just like, and I just think this is why we need to round up the Jews.
All right, so soon we're going to go ahead and wrap up our interview with Ariana Grande. You can buy her tickets at Ticketmaster and Live Nation. Speaking of which, the Muslim problem, sort of connected. What do you think, Ariana?
Just confused, just headlights.
I swear to God, I wish I had a career like that to throw away, because if you put me in front of something like that, I would have to go, all right, Ariana, at the end of the day, can I go ahead and smell them toes? Like,
I feel like the moment I look at my bank account and say, yep, that's fuck you money.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing the next day.
Right. Like, I mean, why didn't Rush Limbaugh say the fucking N-word?
It's like, okay, Ariana, your album sounds great. Now, could you please sit on my face?
No, Ariana, I love the new thing. I love the new single. It's fantastic. You and The Weeknd do a great job. I'm going to go ahead and need you to open up that butt for me. Okay.
Yeah, let me get a look at your butthole there.
Let me go ahead and can you rosebud it for me? All right. Okay. Oh, God.
Fantastic.
Oh, that rules. I don't know the Bechtloff that well. I guess let's for anybody that might be listening at home or something like that. The Bechtloff and I sort of know each other, but not really. So, Bechtloff, can you go ahead and open up that butthole for me?
You just had a very brief encounter in a glory hole.
I think I made it. I don't know. We couldn't talk. He had his mouth full.
You weren't complaining then.
But no, like I've been on the Bechtloff does a stream. I'll tune in every now and then for like 10 minutes or so, and it rules every time. It's always like good stuff. I always like the Bechtloff streams.
I just don't care anymore. Like I stopped trying to do any kind of real show where I get guests, and it's just when I'm bored and I'm procrastinating from other things I probably should be doing, I sit in front of the mic and ramble about dumb shit till people give me money.
Yeah,
I should be filing my taxes, but I'm live streaming instead.
I ain't filed my taxes. I'm streaming up.
Wait, you guys are paying taxes?
I'm not paying taxes legally, mind you, because I'm an expat.
Matt's going.
What third world hellhole are you hiding in now, Matt? I can't never keep track.
Which is pretty nice.
I'm sorry, second world. All right.
Well, Mexico has a lot of problems, but there's one thing I like about it. It's that I don't have to show a piece of paper in order to drink at a bar.
You mean an ID? They also don't show you a piece of paper before you fuck them. Because you're a child rapist. That's the joke. Oh, we are 15 minutes in, boys. This is a hot one. I love it.
If you think this entertainment is worth your time, streamlabs.com/terrorhouse magazine to send a tip. We'll read those later in the show, so stay tuned. And I want to say to Wandering Man, Matt has a very nice unibrow. I do not have a unibrow. I shaved it this morning. Take a look.
Yeah, I know.
I cut myself a little.
Cuts on your fucking head. You look weird.
And the best thing about Streamlabs is you don't have to use your name. You could just make up any name every time you send a donation.
Yeah,
so
we're moving on. I have a new computer coming, so we're not going to be using StreamYard anymore as soon as I get some new graphics for that. Because I stopped using it because it runs really slow on this old-ass computer. and it has god awful connection issues.
My favorite.
Every stream I did last year, like from I think May forward, would always disconnect in the middle of it.
My favorite donation I ever sent Matt was when he had Andrew Anglin on. I sent a donation, and I can't remember what name I used, but I said, this stream is brought to you by blacked.com. Use promo code Anglin for 14.88% off your subscription. He was not amused. You might be amused right now, Brian. Anglin did not find it funny. He was
Anglin did not like
blasted,
me.
Man.
Anglin did not like me on that stream as well. I showed up
He
drunk.
was very, very mad. You'd think the 14.88% off would tip you off that I'm just shit posting. I'm not actually like promoting interracial porn. But he did not appreciate that.
Oh, that's a shame. He's such a funny guy, too.
You're
like,
not
I think
he's a funny guy. I thought he would have thought it was hilarious, but he was mad.
That's a lie. You're not promoting interracial porn. I've seen all the pics of redheads you post.
Just because they're Irish doesn't mean they're a different race than me.
It kind of does. No, that same stream, like Matt's like, I was like, oh my God, Anglin, can I come on? Like, Matt, let me on. And then I immediately showed up there shit talking some fucking nerds or whatever. And I'm like, hey, I don't like, some of these guys are fine, I guess. Like, I don't agree. And he's like, fuck this guy. And he wanted nothing to do with, I think I like repeatedly talked to him about my new ice maker as well, but I was hammered. And like Matt kicked me off of the fucking thing. It was like, no, you gotta leave. So, you know, I don't know. I think Anglin is fucking hilarious, but yeah, I just wasn't.
He wasn't feeling my super chat.
He doesn't have a problem with you. I don't think he just had a problem with you at that moment in time.
Sure, I mean that's how I feel every time I pass a mirror, but like, yeah, no, I mean seriously, Anglin rules. I mean he's super funny, man. He's so funny. Like Chuck Palahniuk fucking reads his shit. Like the guy is super funny. I just don't think he likes me that much because I'm like, hey, I got a new ice maker. It's red, Matt. It's like now
he's the most persecuted comedian in history.
100%, definitely 100%. Stone Toss is second, but yeah,
that's my favorite super chat to send is like such and such show is sponsored by a porn site, and it's very funny because some people find it hilarious.
Hey, Bechtloff, 1 second. You want to stop smacking the shit out of your desk with your big old dick?
What am I doing?
You're smacking your desk, and it was like some type of autistic twittery fucking. Get a fidget spinner.
But you mean like when you pound the desk when you're angry, Bryden, which causes your computer to completely shut down?
And I've stopped doing that, Matt.
Anyways, some people get really, really mad when I do that. Like I've had some very bad reactions from streamers.
Dude. See, look, I can pound my desk and nothing happens.
You don't have a desk because it's cardboard on milk crates.
It's a nice oak desk.
It's like a really nice dinner table that I have put into here. And the reason that I fill my house with nothing but dinner tables is because I'm a fat fuck who eats everything all the time.
Well, that's just rude. I don't know.
No, it's true. It's not rude. It's true.
No, I got a desk in here. I've got a bunch of storage containers that came with it. I'd like to have bookcases, but no room for those.
You know what you ought to do? Seriously, like you've got a spot behind you, like between like that closet and that window. You ought to put like a picture or something up back there. It'd really liven the place up. It'd be cool.
I've got a ton of stuff like here, but like it's all on the walls, you know, like there, so you can't see it on camera.
Right? Yeah. No, I'm sure you do, but I'm saying you ought to put one over there.
Like, let me see if I can. Let me see.
Get like a neon sign, like a fucking. Oh, it's a swamp.
Just Nazi shit all over the wall behind him.
That's the flag of Albania. You goddamn.
Look, I don't know anything about other countries that don't have their flag on the moon.
And that there's a
fuck yeah, fuck you, man. Other countries stink. Fuck yeah, America rules.
That there's a calendar I bought in Sarajevo featuring Joseph Tito.
All right, yeah, I don't know who that is.
Leader of communist Yugoslavia. And this year is
hey, that's just funny. I've seen that.
It says in Polish, if you need money, find yourself a Jew.
That well, it's accurate. I mean, they do have all of it, but No, you gotta get yourself like a neon, like a St. Paulie's girl fucking neon sign or something. You gotta fix your thing now because now we just see your jacket.
Yeah,
just get a green screen, like just behind you. Just put whatever behind you.
Yeah, just put a green screen behind you. You know, I use my green screen.
Put the fake White House set that Joe Biden's always had behind you.
God damn. What is going on with that? Like,
why is he always at a soundstage?
Dude, what did you hear this thing? This was the funny. Well, here's the theory: is because it's easier to put teleprompters in there and get everything going. Did you see him the other day reading from a teleprompter? I think Memeology did a video on it, which is where I saw it. But he did this. He did this thing. He's like reading, and that's why everything is good. End quote. He literally said end quote. Like he's just reading anything that happens.
I love like the camera keeps panning out at these things. It's like it's a soundstage, and I'm like, all these conspiracy guys going about space isn't real at all. I'm starting to think the White House was never real. Like
it's like the rumor that basically the entire White House is just a Amazon soundstage.
A house filled with
the fact that a tree mysteriously materialized outside the Oval Office that wasn't there when Trump was president.
Yeah, nobody plants trees.
It's like
nobody Yeah, a huge fucking tree does not materialize in the span of a month.
It's like those big castles at like a mini golf course. There's nothing inside but two teenagers having sex.
Oh, dude. No, but I love how it's becoming more and more obvious that Joe Biden is not the president. It's just a series of people going, we'll spend money on this. And it goes to some thief. It's incredible. This guy is deteriorating in front of our eyes.
It's like the Soviet Union, anyone who thought that Konstantin Chernenko was actually in charge. Now, that dude was bedridden for his entire 18-month term before he died.
I don't know what they're going to do if Biden makes it to 2024. I don't know. They cannot run this guy again. He said he's going to run again, but that he can't just say, I'm not going to run again. I'm old as shit.
He said he was going to run again. He said
of course he did. But that makes sense.
Running.
But he says he's going to run again because if he says I'm not going to run again, then he's effectively a lame duck president, right? So, and he will be in 2022 and everybody's going to know it, but they can't announce that. But I don't know who they're going to have in 2024. Buttigieg? Kamala is everybody hates her.
Her turn, Kamala.
I can never look at Buttigieg's name in print without thinking butt plug.
Dude, I think butt
just every time I'm looking at Pete butt plug over here.
It was a great missed joke last year that Trump never once referred to him as Pete Butt Gay.
Yeah, dude.
Butt gay. It's so close to butt gay, too.
It's so bad. And the guy is a goddamn CIA plant. Like, he's got family that's like, the guy is
plant?
A plant.
I thought men like him were usually called a fruit.
Matt with a joke finally. It took 75 episodes, but he did it. Holy shit.
And now the show can be canceled.
Yeah, now we're done. Fuck it. That rules. Good job, Matt.
I don't know. Every time I see Joe Biden, I just think of that king in Lord of the Rings. It was all deteriorating. It had the guy whispering in his ear.
Yeah, dude.
Like, it's just that. It's just like, this guy is obviously not in charge. Why is anyone listening to him?
Why is our president a skeleton? He's a spooky, scary skeleton. What is going on with the guy? I mean, I'm starting to believe the whole voice from Brazil.
It's like Warhammer, where the emperor may be dead, but nobody knows, and everyone just follows his orders anyways.
And now we're back to you being a dork. It was a good run, Matt. I don't know anything about Warhammer. I hear it's good.
I don't know anything aside from that little part.
God damn, you didn't have to tell people that, bro.
You pan the camera over, there's just Warhammer miniatures. Just all over.
I'm not gay. And then you go over, and it's just, he's got the full thing with the mountains and all of that. And he's like, fucking has Mexican friends over all the time. He's like, El Warhammer real.
I remember this one comic book store that had this massive Warhammer display. And I mean, it looked really cool. Like, it was in the window because it was at a mall and all. but you could not go there on Sunday because they had Warhammer tournaments, and it was like if you wanted to actually buy something, you had to drag one of those guys to the counter against their will and be like, "Can you just ring me out for a minute so I can be on my way?"
How does it? So like, how does Warhammer 40K work? Because like I'm well versed in Dungeons and Dragons and other tabletop games, but Warhammer is like a miniature strategy game, right?
I've never actually played.
You have to paint all the figurines yourself.
Yeah, fine, but like, how do you play the actual game? Is what I mean.
I don't know. No idea.
Because it's not a role playing game, is it?
No, it's strategy, like you said.
Right. Yeah, I've never played anything like that. I'm sure it's a load of fun, to be honest with you. I'm sure it's really fun.
Dungeons and Dragons is just like, to me at least, 4 friends getting together and getting drunk and telling each other a story while the DM rolls dice and pretends like it means something and makes shit up.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, a cool campaign. Yeah, that is.
That is something I'm actually doing. In fact, later today, me and my coworkers are going to be playing our campaign.
Why the fuck are you not? Why is nobody inviting me to goddamn D&D games? I'll play a paladin. I'll play a rogue. I'll play anything, but those are my preferred.
You have to play a goblin. A little gimp goblin that's dragged along on the.
That's not.
I've already done a lot of these stuff. Like there was one point where we were trying to track down some criminal, some murderer, and he's all like, "Oh, if you don't report me, I'll give you like gold pieces." So like, nah, we'll just beat you up and report you in, and we'll take the gold pieces anyway.
Yeah, I mean that's one way to do it. I mean the paladin would say, no, we have to turn you in. The rogue says, yeah, we'll just kill you and take it and then get the reward when we bring your body back. These are two different things because you're chaotic neutral as a rogue or you're lawful good as a paladin. So and I do voices, motherfucker. I'm really fun to play D&D with. Nobody invites me to the fucking games. It's bullshit. I don't want to play with you anyway, Matt. I see too much of your dumb ass. Every week I talk to this fucking freckled eyebrowed motherfucker. I didn't even know he had a unibrow.
I don't have a unibrow.
Yeah, because you shave it.
Yeah.
Gillette, the best Matt can get.
No, you don't have a unibrow because you barely have eyebrows. You look like a cancer patient.
Oh, that is true. Kanye shaved his eyebrows, though, so you know what? I'm in vogue. Kanye is also apparently defendant in the Ghislaine Maxwell case, so that's worrisome.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know what that's about. I need to figure it out, but yeah, him and good music is in there. So I don't know what it is.
Well, they're not going to get anything useful out of her with about a year of sleep deprivation.
Dude,
that's what they were doing, right? Like they were waking her up every 15 minutes to keep her from hanging herself.
Yeah, they're torturing her. But hey, you know what?
I mean, that would make me want to hang myself. Like
dude,
2 days of that, and I'm checking out.
Dude, good. Like she's a monster. Okay, she's a monster, and everybody knows it. Fine, but like we're not gonna find out anything from this. I just want to know why is Kanye involved in this. I love Kanye. I love listen. I love the old Kanye. But I like the new Kanye, the always rude Kanye.
What do you mean the old Kanye? He's gone through a million incarnations. You have to specify.
That's a joke about. He did a song called "I Love Kanye." It was like, I miss the old Kanye, the bad news Kanye. I hate the new Kanye, the always rude Kanye. And now I look around and there's so many Kanyes. Like it's a acapella thing that he did on The Life of Pablo.
Did y'all see when he went to Joel Osteen's church like a couple of years ago? Like when he first decided he was a Christian. So he's like, I'm going to go to Joel Osteen's church. And like, he's up there giving some speech about Jesus or something. And one person says, amen. He starts getting all mad. Like, don't interrupt me.
Oh, that sounds very Kanye.
And then he's like,
never been to church before in your life.
Well, now he runs his own Sunday service, like apparently every week, and he shaved his eyebrows and is hanging out with Marilyn Manson. So the weird shit. It's Kanye, dude. He got out of LAX and was just wearing a mask, like a Halloween mask that was just a white person's mask. Kanye does weird shit, and it sounds stupid at the time, but in 3 years, every person will be doing that because that's the way that Kanye's always worked. I've seen him exactly one time. I saw him at the Hollywood Bowl perform all of 808s and Heartbreak, and it was fucking incredible. It was so good. And his last album, Donda, is an absolute masterpiece. I love Kanye.
The only album of his I've listened from beginning to end was Jesus is King, which was
Good album. It's pretty good. Not his best.
it's
but
not
a good
bad,
album.
but it's corny as fuck.
Sure, but I mean, Kanye has always been corny. But you got to check out the best album is My Beautiful Dark and Twisted Fantasy. But Donda, I think, is better if you're a Kanye fan. 808s and Heartbreak is fucking flawless, and it shaped hip hop as we know it today. Graduation is like super, super good. Like if you're new to Kanye, I would point people in the direction of Graduation. I'd say start there.
What's the one that has Power on it?
That one is My Beautiful Dark and Twisted Fantasy, I think.
Yeah, I like Power a lot. That's probably my favorite.
It's either that or 808. I think that might actually be that is 808. That's 808 and Heartbreak is Powers on that one. I think so. I'm probably wrong.
That's the one that has the blurred out porno image on the front, right?
My Beautiful Dark and Twisted Fantasy is the one with the blurred out porn.
Well, then that's the one, because I remember I had that on like an MP3, and it always shows you the album cover on whatever song you listen to.
Yeah. Okay. So I was right the first time. Hey, Eris, how are you? But yeah, no, he's fucking incredible. He's been my favorite artist since I was like a fucking kid, dude. So if he is, I don't know, a child sex trafficker, I'm gonna be a little upset.
They all are. They all are. You just every entertainer you've ever loved is like 99% of them is a piece of shit.
Well, no. It's fine to be a piece of shit.
Well,
I don't care about that.
Norm Macdonald was probably a good guy.
Norm Macdonald was probably a good guy. Yes.
Some girl after I died tried to say that I put my hand on her ass, but joke's on her. I'm dead.
Somebody had a response tweet, and it was like the number one response tweet to her when she was saying that was like, "I wish I got to meet Norm." And it was a dude. It's like, whatever. He can put his hand on my ass. I don't care. It's fucking Norm Macdonald. He's earned it.
He replied to me on Twitter one time, and I still remember that. He replied. I remember the apartment I was in when Norm Macdonald replied to me on Twitter when I was in LA, and it was something gay about the book.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's pretty gay.
He's Norm Macdonald. I'm sorry, I'm funny for a living.
That's Norm Macdonald. That's just respect.
Like, how do I put it in? How do I put it in terms that you would understand the magnitude of what that is? If the biggest faggot in the world responded to you on Twitter.
No, I mean, to be fair, I remember the time when I
what are you talking about? He's talked to Davis on Twitter before.
I remember the time I reached you at Amber Kaufman, so I guess that.
Dude, I have no problem with our reading like you guys do, and I got that joke. It's funny. Damn, dude, harsh. Go ahead, Matt. Talk now. Now's your time. We do this every week. It's now your time to talk. Anyone with radio instinct would know that.
I did talk, and you talked over me.
I will do it again. All through Christmas.
Well, I reached a regular ratio like indie musician, so I guess that counts.
Does that counts? That instead of like somebody you like replying to you, instead you were just gay to people that make art?
Well, there was one I did like. He did reply to me like favorably, which was funny.
And who was that?
What's her face? Katie Goodman.
Oh,
she said something like, "Oh no," and I just made a joke, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you don't win them all." Whereas the other ones just like blocked me or like flip the fuck out.
I like how this is an insight into the fucking wrinkled head of Matt Forney here. Is smooth brain, wrinkled head, the Matt Forney story. Where I'm like, oh man, Norm Macdonald responded one time. I'm such a fag for remembering that. And he's like, yeah, I've been mean to people on the internet.
In all fairness, I kind of remember a few times when I had troll accounts where I fucked with somebody and you could tell it really got to them.
Oh yeah, that rules.
Like there was that chick Deborah Messing that was in that Will and Grace show. She was on Twitter years ago bitching about like how people sent her dick pics because she had her DMs open.
So you sent her dick pic, right?
Well, I replied to her and I was like, "What's that? You want more dick pics?" And I sent her a picture of an echidna penis.
In a penis?
No, echidna is it's a type of animal.
Let's be careful.
And it has a really weird four-headed penis.
That rules?
Which looks like some sort of Lovecraftian nightmare.
That rules?
And she immediately blocked me, and a whole bunch of her for like 3 days. A whole bunch of her fans are just like, "That's so terrible," and I'm laughing my ass off for days on that.
Well, Bechtloff, didn't you get that whole thing started with those Marvel writers too? Marvel writers.
Oh my
freaked
God.
Out at you.
I kind of accidentally started Comicsgate.
Okay.
So, a while back, because Marvel Comics has been in the shitter for several years, and part of that is because the quote unquote editors are all like fucking 12-year-old girls, and so these chicks all take this picture of them like getting milkshakes out, and I'm not kidding you, it's like 20-year-old girls who are editing these comics, and that's why they suck now. And I replied to it
real quick before you go on. Please go on because it's a story and we need that. But remind me to go back to actually comics have always been bad. But go ahead.
But so I was one of the top replies on like, this is why this shit doesn't sell anymore. Like, look at this. And then Craig Langley replies under me. He's all like, yeah, but I totally banged that one. And I reply under it. I'm like, you should probably get her to sign a consent form. She looks like the false rape charge type. Well, long story short, a whole bunch of those tweets are featured in a Guardian article about sexism among comic book fans. And immediately afterwards, some of those Comic Gates grifters, the guys that started crowdfunding campaigns to make their comic book, because you really need a crowdfunding campaign to make a comic book. It's not like, yeah, write it, draw it, print it. I don't understand why you need $50,000. Eastman and Laird created Ninja Turtles in their fucking basement when they were high. Okay,
do people understand how slim the budget is for Terror House? It's full books, and people
But so you get all these grifters, and I had like one guy, and I'm not going to name him, but he kept trying to invite me onto these things because he's like, yeah, you were one of the. This was when I still had the Bechtloff Twitter account, and I'm just like, dude, I don't want anything to do with any of this. Like, I threw the match in that dumpster, and I immediately backed away. I'm like, no, I don't want. I do not. Like Vox Day with his fucking alt hero scam and fucking. What was the Green Lantern artist? It's like, I have a Battletoads ripoff. Give me $50,000. Like, it was such a clusterfuck. And then once these guys got this piss pot of money, you'd think if you were given like $50,000 to just draw a goddamn comic book, you'd get to work. Steal it. No, they just get on live streams and fucking suck each other's dicks.
Complain that they only have $50,000. And they're like, I don't know. These pencils are expensive. Fucking dorks, dude. That shit sucks. I haven't thought about Vox Day in a really, really long time. He blocked me because I went for him like hard in like 2017 because he was like pissing all over England, and I was like, all right, fuck Vox Day. He has no idea who I am.
Was that when he went in? Was that when the Revenge of the Cis guys gave him the Teddy Spaghetti nickname? I think that was around that time.
I didn't know they did that, but I was just about to mention the goddamn Revenge of the Cis people. They never got 50 fucking grand, and they're doing fantastic. There's just two dumbasses that have a podcast.
I don't have 50 grand. We're doing great.
We are not doing good
at all. I understand
man.
Crowdfunding a movie or a video game.
Dude, we're running a sale right now. We've had so many sales in the past couple of days.
Oh, you're talking about the company. Yeah, the company's doing fine. I don't see any of that. I don't see any of that shit. I see fucking donation revenue from the goddamn like podcast. That's the only thing I give a shit about. I'm not really an employee of this company.
House Magazine.
I'm not an employee of this fucking company at all. Also, by the way, check out Hot Cheetos, baby. I love those. But no, I don't see anything. I just do there's 17 people here. If 17 people here gave us $100, even then I would see $300 because Matt steals. But let's you're a thief. But comics have always sucked, and I didn't know this until Michael Malice, who rules over at Gas Digital. He does You're Welcome, good podcast over there. And he wrote that book, The Anarchist Handbook. He pointed this out. Comics have always sucked. There was once in like the 60s and 70s that it was like Lois Lane was like, Superman, I need to be black for a day to understand the struggles of black people. Which it's hilarious now. You couldn't do it now. But like they've always sucked. It's always been this fucking progressive crap mindset of, quote unquote equality. Now they've moved to equity. But, they've always stunk. They've always stunk. Batman, I loved the Batman animated series, but comics have always been bad. The only comics I ever bought were The Punisher. The Punisher, probably less faggy than most stuff, but like they've always been bad apparently.
Well, Punisher's basically right-wing Death Squad, like one-man right-wing Death Squad.
Right.
That's why most modern comic writers always like talk about how he's a fascist and they don't want to write him now.
Yeah. Is it Frank? Who made Punisher? Frank. What's his face?
Oh, I don't know who off the top of my head, I don't remember who, but yeah, Frank Miller was one of the early writers.
Batman,
was it Frank Miller?
He was one of the early writers that kind of put it on the map, but I don't think he created the character.
It was probably Frank Miller. Yeah, that sounds familiar. That sounds right. But the Punisher was the only comic book, quote unquote, hero, I guess, that I liked because he didn't have any superpowers. He was just mad. I liked him, you know. And the Punisher movie stunk, and the Punisher TV series stunk. But I didn't know.
I like the one with from 08, Punisher Warzone. I like that one. I didn't like the 04
one. Yeah. When he kills all the fucking superheroes.
Well, no, the movie, Punisher Warzone.
Oh, no. I didn't see that. There's a comic where Punisher kills everybody. And
I've read that one. It was Garth Ennis wrote that, I think.
Yeah, he kills everybody, and it fucking rules. Because, like, you know, and Microchip was his, sidekick who gave him gadgets and shit. And then Microchip dies, and then I think he kills everybody because the Punisher's a psycho. But yeah, Frank Castle is the name of the Punisher. Frank Castle, but the writer is Frank Miller, I think.
I knew one guy that got involved in that Comicsgate shit, and again, I don't want to name him, but like, I guess because it was that kind of still that gay shit, like with Gamergate, where there was all the cool kids tables and shit.
Right.
So this guy, you know, he's trying to just make a fucking comic, and he kind of gets excluded and shit on by these people, and I don't know, maybe he was up to bad stuff himself. I don't fucking know. But he's always whining to me, and I'm like, I told you from the beginning to not get involved with these fucks. They were all a bunch of grifters. Again, I don't trust anybody that's wants me to crowdfund a fucking comic book.
$50,000 of pencils, man.
I mean, I will come back to it forever. Eastman and Laird created Ninja Turtles in their fucking basement when they were high. All right, and now, yeah, you're probably not going to have that kind of success story, but no, they didn't go and tell. I need people to give me $50,000 to draw a fucking. No, fucking do it. Like, apparently, Matt has a fucking publishing house, and he didn't beg for money to get it. He just was like, "Oh, I just want to make some fucking books." I know people that like to write.
Well, I want to point this out. Apparently, I was wrong here. So, the Punisher, according to Mason Masters, created by Gary Conway, John Romita Sr., and Ross Andrew. So I was way off. But
no, Frank Miller was just one of the early writers on it that kind of put it on the map. Yeah, he first appeared in like an issue of Spider-Man. So no, he wasn't created by. An enemy.
Yeah, I remember that because I had that, or I didn't have that. I wanted to get that comic because it's in Coyote Ugly. They have the first issue of the Punisher that where he's versus Spider-Man. He's a villain against Spider-Man, and then they give him his own comic. I used to really like the Punisher, but I was like 10. So I'm an old man now. I'm 34.
I remember 34.
Yeah,
well, that's not giving me any hope.
Week,
it's not giving me any hope. You're like, I remember 34, and you say it like longingly. It's like life just
it just keeps getting worse. Yeah,
it's great. You know,
little did you know that when you were like 17 and had no responsibilities and were getting pussy, but you thought, oh, I can't wait to be an adult. No, you were actually, that was the best.
Well, I wasn't getting pussy at 17.
Well, maybe
I was getting dick.
Matt with the jokes tonight. This is the last episode of Terror House. I don't know, man. I like the Punisher.
It's all way out of my bailiwick though, because I've never read. I've read comic books occasionally. I was never into comic books.
Right.
But no, the point is, like I said, this is not a thing that needs to be crowdfunded. The moment, and all of them did it. Vox Day did it. Ethan Van Sciver did it. The fucking guy that owned Earthworm Jim did it. Like, he just got the rights to Earthworm Jim back, and he was all like, I'm going to make an Earthworm Jim comic book. And he's like, I'm like, oh, cool. That sounds like fun. Let me know when that's ready, and I'll buy it.
Doug,
and then he's like,
Doug Tendapel is awesome.
And then he's all like, well, no, you need to crowdfund it. I'm like, no, just fucking make it. Like, what just let me know when let me know when I can buy it, and maybe I'll buy it. I'm not going to give you a bunch of money to maybe finish a product 4 years from now when I've forgotten about it and don't want it anymore.
Well, like it would be one thing if they were like, I want $50,000 to finish a comic book. Okay, fine. Then that's you, but you need to spend the entire year just doing that as your job.
No, they just sit around on these live streams and just jerk each other off and have fucking little bickering with one another. Like right away, like Ethan Van Sciver started bickering with Vox Day and shit like that. And it just right from the get-go. And like people are coming to me like, can you believe it? I'm like, we just saw it like 2 years earlier with Gamergate.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
I have to be careful what I say here, but yeah, I've seen scams like that. You know, it's like I've seen people trying to crowdfund books, not comic books, but like books, which is ridiculous because writing is it has the lowest barrier to entry of any creative project. Music, movies, anything film.
No. Stand-up comedy is the lowest entry in the
Are you
entire
sure?
world. Oh yeah.
Really?
You just no. I've been to enough mics to where it's a little above poetry, but you can just be drunk and there and go do it with no foresight at all.
Yeah, but
and it happens. People do it.
But you get immediate feedback with like stand-up comedy, whereas
Yeah.
with writing, and this is something that a friend of ours also said. I'm not sure if I should say this publicly. With writing, a lot of the times you can just say whatever, and people think it's genius. And the barrier to entry for writing is just you own a computer with a word processor. Really, that's it.
I guess so. Maybe I don't know. I would think that streaming.
Like if I wanted to be a stand-up comedian, God forbid.
Why did you put
able to
quotes
do
around
that.
comedian?
What?
Like it's a joke, Matt.
If I did it, it would be a joke.
Yeah, when I do it, it's a joke too. Hopefully, some days I'm not doing so hot, so they don't laugh.
Like if I wanted to be a stand-up comedian, I couldn't do that here just because, for starters, my Spanish isn't good enough to be funny in Spanish. But two, it's like I don't.
Why did El Chicano cross El Roto?
That might actually be funny to them.
That would rule.
Like if some white guy gets up there, some white as fucking 40 gets up there and just does the shittiest Spanish, like you might actually kill. Dude, if you're like, why El Chicano cross El Road?
Because it was the border between the U.S. and Mexico. Hey!
You might actually kill. Like you.
That would rule. I would do that. When I come and visit Matt over in fucking Guadalajara, which sounds like a jungle of a place, but apparently it's a city. I would definitely go do fucking stand up.
It's a lost city in the jungle. It's like just a
like
pyramid that's overgrown with trees.
Right? Doesn't it sound like it would be like, it's like Legends of the Hidden Temple shit, like, welcome to Guadalajara. I am Olmec.
That's incorrect. That's actually Cancun.
Cancun rules, I guess.
There's like a glowing magical rock in the center of the city that powers it.
Yeah. Bechtloff, why don't we have this podcast? Let's kick Matt off of it forever, and we are now Terror House.
Terror House Publishing. Well, of course we know Matt's not running the Twitter account because he's not allowed on Twitter.
Matt, I don't know who runs that account, but Matt can go and do a podcast with Eris where they talk about books, and then we'll just sit here and not say the N-word, but imply it for 2 hours a week. No, I love Matt. He's a great co-host. And I say co-host in the way in which I am looking down upon him because I carry this show to victory every week.
I think this show needs crowdfunded. I think we should all. I don't really bring up the production values.
Give us $50,000 and I will get a green screen.
I will get drunk so expensively. Yes. That would rule. Fuck that. Let's start a GoFundMe. Let's see if we can milk any. Hey, by the way, I don't normally do this, but it's Thanksgiving. And I need you to be thankful for me. Give me your money. It's there. Give me your money.
Terror House Magazine.
You know what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving? I'm thankful I'm not Spoonie.
Who is Spoonie?
Spoonie is a piece of shit content creator who went insane and now just sits on Twitter bitching about how Orange Man ruined his life.
He was,
you
he
mean
was,
like-
he was famous about 10 years ago.
And he got kicked out of his home and everything, but he's just it literally, like, he still has a bunch of like simping fans because he was funny 10 years ago that just want to, and like all he'd have to do is go on a stream right now, play a video game for 90 minutes and manage to not be a cunt the whole time, and he could probably make what most people make in like a week.
Yeah, but why would you?
He can't do it because he's just so self-hating and miserable.
Why? Okay, but I'm sorry. Well, maybe that's my problem. But I like. Why would you not be a fucking cunt if you're doing a live stream and playing a video game? I'm sorry. If somebody says something stupid, I'm banning them immediately, and I'm a cunt. Like, I don't deal with anybody's bullshit. Do you know who I think I am?
The difference, Bryden, is that you're at least funny when you do it.
I am hilarious. The world's
Tony's
only
not
Yeah, but if
funny,
people are
he's
giving
just
me
very,
money,
very
I'm
bitter.
going to be like, whatever. Like,
No, if you give me money, I'm more.
if you want to
likely
send me
ban
a
you.
super chat to call me a fat retard, I will proudly read it if there's $1 attached because I'm a whore.
Listen, I'm more. I mean, I will read it, but it better be good, and I better like your username. I'm way more likely to ban people if they send me shit. You know, because it's $5 to get unbanned from my D live stream. You got to send 5, otherwise, sorry, fella.
Bryden is a strict findom over here. Y'all pay piggies better keep in line.
Well, I don't do it for the money. I do it for the you know.
Does it for the spite.
Does
Yeah,
it
pretty
for the
much, yeah, just to
days.
spite the world.
He actually gets the money out in cash and burns it
I do.
like the
I do it.
Joker.
It's not about the stream. It's about sending a message. I do, you know, I do
faggot.
it. I do it because the Huffington Post needs something to write about. That's why I'm still around. Otherwise, I'd quit. Also, fuck the Huffington Post. You know what I'm thankful for? Luke O'Brien doesn't have a job anymore.
Oh, he's been fired?
Oh, like months ago. Yeah.
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 That's
fuck it.
the news I want to hear.
He's listening to this right now in New York.
With his left hand in his pants.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, massaging his clitoris or something like that. Like, yeah, I mean,
His man clit.
the guy stinks. The guy stinks. I realized the difference between me and my enemies the other day when I forget why I was on Twitter and I was thinking, I was like, man, I kind of feel bad that Luke O'Brien doesn't have a job anymore. And then I was quickly reminded that he's a terrible piece of shit and he deserves that. But I was like, gosh, I hope he's okay. And that's the difference between us and our fucking enemies. Is I actually do have compassion and empathy, whereas they are blindly addicted to cum and terrible people. So I don't know. I had a real introspection moment when I was. All my best thoughts come to me when I'm taking a piss.
I don't know. Personally, I don't give a shit about Luke O'Brien.
Well, I mean, I hadn't thought about the guy in fucking ages, and for whatever reason, I'm peeing and checking my Twitter, and I was like, fuck.
I hope
gotta
he
get
suffers
fired.
everything a human being can suffer on his
I
way to
don't.
the next world.
Nah, I don't. I hope he's okay. But I wish he'd just leave people alone. I hope he's not allowed to do damage to people anymore. Because, you know, I mean, that's shitty what he does, but he's not allowed to do it anymore. So, fine by me. But I don't want the guy to be homeless or anything like that. I legitimately hope that all of our enemies find happiness.
In the next world.
No, in this world. I hope they stop being so fucking retarded. I want them to find happiness. You know, that's
Yeah,
I
but
don't
their
think that's
happiness
the thing.
is usually putting a boot on your neck. Like, that's
Right.
the only thing that makes them happy.
No, well, that's the
like
thing.
saying that's like saying you want fucking Ted Bundy to find happiness.
I do. I hope that everybody finds happiness, because if Ted Bundy was not a fucking lunatic, he wouldn't have killed all those people. So, you know, I mean, like, the reason people do bad things is because they're fucking terrible and unhappy and all of that. If they could just find some type of tranquility or peace in life, then that would be great. My solution, and people hate this, but my solution is, hey, jackass, stop interacting with the world, sit down, smoke cigarettes, and die. That's what I believe. But for other people, it's God. For other people, it's apparently murdering several women. And, you know, that part's not good. The God step's good, not the murder.
just
you know,
to specify.
just to really
Like,
but,
yeah,
like,
go to church, but don't kill and eat
don't kill
prostitutes.
people.
Like,
It's
come
not
on.
good, like don't Samuel Little the whole world or anything like that. But I do hope that like everybody, the reason they do anything is because they have this immortality project, they have this fear of death, all of that shit. Don't do that crap and just be cool instead. And I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy. Just don't hurt people. Don't interact with other people. Minimal action at all would be morally the right thing to do. Now, I know that's impossible, but it is morally the right thing to do. Leave people alone. Or let's take it out. Let's zoom out a little bit. The NAP. Leave motherfuckers alone.
Bryden is Bartleby the Scrivener.
Yeah, kind
So,
of.
speaking of killing and eating people, which is a great segue.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear of this movie from like the late 80s, early 90s called Fried Green Tomatoes?
Yes, great movie.
Okay, so I'd never seen this movie, but I had heard of it, of course, and it was marketed back in the day as some movie that's like, I don't know, about like 50-year-old women complaining about the change or something like that.
Yeah,
but apparently there's a whole subplot in there where they kill some dude and serve him up as barbecue.
Yep.
Which I had no idea. Like, that movie is not marketed like that at all.
No, it's a really good movie. It's one of my mother's.
Like, I want to watch that movie now, but like that movie was marketed as like
that's like splicing 5 minutes of songs in the middle of Happy Gilmore.
It's not that blatant. Great. Matt is doing great with the jokes tonight.
But no,
Matt
that's so weird. Somebody showed that to me on the Discord. They're like, "Oh yeah, that was in that movie." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? That's a movie about like 50-year-old women going through menopause or something, isn't it?" And it's like, no, it's about. That's how that's marketed.
It's about. I don't think it even is. I think if you watch the trailer, it's not at all. I haven't seen the trailer, but I would guarantee almost that it's not. No,
I have to imagine a bunch of like 50-year-old women watching that movie just completely blindsided back in the day.
No, I guarantee, dude, it's a major part of it is the movie. Is that it's there's a murder in the town. It's a great movie. My mother, I only like Fried Green Tomatoes because it was one when I was growing up.
I was like 9 when it came out, so
yeah, same. I was a little younger, I think, than that, but yeah. No, my mother loved that movie. That and Driving Miss Daisy. I remember when I was growing up, my mother loved those movies. So I know those movies. Those are good movies. Fried Green Tomatoes rules.
Yeah, I've seen Driving Miss Daisy. That's a good movie. It's just everything about how I've ever seen Fried Green Tomatoes marketed made it just seem like, again, just a bunch of 50-year-old women complaining about the change. And then people inform me like, no, it's actually about, it's like what Matt just said. It's like if there's like a torture porn sequence in the middle of Happy Gilmore and you just never knew. Yeah. Like, oh, that was cut out of the cable version I saw.
Did you just repeat Matt's joke?
Yeah, Matt, I said it's like what Matt said.
Matt, you're getting so funny. People are stealing your bits. Congratulations. You have graduated. Dude, Fried Green Tomatoes rules. It's a pretty good movie, man. I like it a lot.
I kind of want to watch it now. I have to say, like somebody showed it to me, and I was like, "What?" I had no idea that's what this movie was.
It's really good. It's like a great movie, dude. It's a classic movie. I didn't know that people hadn't seen it. I thought it was just one of those ones like Casablanca or whatever that people had watched, or like Philadelphia or whatever.
Philadelphia sucks. So does Casablanca.
Tom Hanks is a great actor, so
he's a good actor. It's just a bad movie.
Yeah, it's fine. I like it. I mean, it's fine. I have AIDS is a great line, and I need to put that on my soundboard. But it's pretty good. Castaway or like Titanic. Titanic kind of stinks, but Castaway is really good.
Castaway is good, yeah. Titanic is.
I'm sorry, dude. Castaway is so fucking good that like I teared up when he's screaming about a volleyball that's floating off into the ocean.
Well, that was a good scene. Yeah,
super good. Because you care about the fucking ball. You care about Wilson. You care about a volleyball. You know what? Speaking of like one-man movies, you know what's a pretty good horror flick? John Cusack in 1408. Stephen King flick. Pretty good. It's one guy. Pretty good movie.
I haven't seen that, but that sounds interesting. Yeah,
it's based off of a short story.
Stephen King, his work and the movies based off his work is very hit or miss. Like The Shining, classic. The Green Mile sucks.
What? The Green Mile rules?
Yeah, I like the
dude.
Green Mile. I
fight
actually read the
sucks.
Green Mile before the movie was ever out.
First off, it's like 3 fucking hours. Second, it just revolves around this annoying black guy who's like super sensitive and all this crap.
I admit I haven't seen. I haven't seen the Green Mile, but I've read it, and I like the book. So,
Well, yeah, that's
the only good part about the Green Mile is we've got what's his face, David Morse. He's a great actor, and number 2, the execution scene.
Yeah, that's fucked up when that dickhead he didn't wet the sponge. Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah, that was a good scene. You know, I like the guy who played that character because he's such a piece of shit.
Monster.
But I'm not a huge fan of the movie.
I like Carrie.
Carrie's pretty good. Yeah.
I don't know why everyone calls it a horror movie. I watched the end of that. I'm like, good for her.
Carrie's good.
These people suck. Good for her.
Carrie's good. I mean, like, I will say, and this one's, and somebody, Mason Masters says The Mist is based. I'm not sure if I've seen The Mist. I have read the story of The Mist, but I don't think I've seen the movie. I will say this one's a wild one that it was a made-for-TV movie. I love The Langoliers.
I was going to say, yeah, that's great. That's really underrated. It's corny as fuck, but it's good.
The effects are really rough, especially even for the time, but the movie as a whole is pretty good.
The fucking businessman who's always freaking out is fantastic.
Yeah. That pale Jewish fellow who's like, he's the one who says it's the Langoliers are coming or whatever. But like the whole idea is like they get caught in this time warp where they're stuck in yesterday, and the way time works is the Langoliers come and eat up yesterday. It fucking rules, man. The Langoliers is sweet. It's very cool. I like the Langoliers a lot. Also, I just love any time travel shit. But the Langoliers rules. I think it's great.
I saw the first part of the new It and liked it. I haven't seen the second part, and I've heard a lot of people say the second part sucks.
Do not fucking watch the first 10 minutes of it because the first thing's hilarious. It's all this gay bashing shit. But It Part 1 fucking is incredible. It Part 2 is bullshit. It is such a fucking piece of crap. Erica and I, when we first met, we saw It Part 1 in theaters together. And then the second one came out, and we went and saw that, and it was a piece of fucking garbage. It's so bad. So bad.
Somebody sponsored a stream where they because I used to do where for a certain amount of money, I'd cover a whole topic on a stream if you wanted me to. Mm-hmm. And they wanted me to watch the 90 It and then the first one. And then as I'm kind of just doing a little bit of basic research, that's when I stumbled onto the 10-year-old gangbang scene that's in the book.
Yeah, but I mean, people exaggerate that. I mean, it's weird.
I mean, I get it, but it's still and it was right when Stephen King's on Twitter being a cunt about a whole bunch of stuff and all, and it's everybody's just immediately throwing that back in his face, and it was one of those fried green tomato moments for me where I'm like, wait, that's a thing? How did I never hear about that?
Yeah, that's a part of the book. It's not great, but I mean, it's a story.
It's not great. I mean, the 10-year-old gang. Look, I personally didn't care for it, but I mean, it's
not good.
I could barely masturbate to it at the end of the day.
It's not good, man. But I mean, it's not like the way people made it out to be. It's not like that. But you know what else? Another one that I really, really love by Stephen King, The Jaunt. The Jaunt is really good. Do you remember that?
I don't think I've ever seen or read that one.
So it's a short story by Stephen King, and they've figured out how you can very, very quickly travel, but you have to be put to sleep to do it. And you have to take a pill or something like that. I forget. Or breathe in a gas or something like that. But they found out if you don't do that, people come out batshit insane. So it's all the history about how they figured it out, and they first tested it on prisoners and all this shit. And it's from the perspective of this kid that holds his breath because he's curious. And then he comes out and he rips his own eyes out, and he keeps screaming, "It's longer than you think, Dad. It's longer than you think."
What is it, they travel through hell or something?
No. They travel through existence and time itself. There's a lot of, this is a cool time travel type of, thing, is basically what sends them through, it feels like eternity. So there's what I think is an interesting subject is like, our topic is like when it's longer than you think. So does he mean it's longer than like we thought it would be, or is it longer than you think? Because eventually, at some point in this void of everything, you would eventually run out of hallucinations. You would run out of things to think about, horror, everything, and you would eventually become blank. And it's longer than you could even think. And that's how long, because it's like supposedly millions of years that you're there. You know, that's how dangerous it is to not breathe this in or swallow the pill or whatever it is. But everybody comes out insane if they don't do that. Like this kid rips his eyes out and he's going, it's longer than you think. It's longer than you think. Very horrific scene. Very cool. But the jaunt, very good. I like the jaunt a lot.
Yeah, Aaron's brought this up in the chat, but I want to give another shout out to a good Stephen King one. Secret Window.
Secret Window. That movie
the one with
sucks.
Johnny Depp.
That movie stinks, dude.
Oh, come on. It's great.
I don't like it. Dark Tower movie, never saw it. Dark Tower series is good, though. I read those when I was a kid. Fucking Dark Tower series is really cool. And Stephen King was like, fucking, I'm doing fantasy novels that are this thick. That shit ruled. But, you know, I don't know.
I think the only ones I read were Shining, Green Mile, and Carrie.
I never read Carrie, but I've seen the movie. The Shining I read. Like, I was into Stephen King when I was like in the 8th grade because my mom really liked Stephen King, and I always thought I was a grown-up. So I'd read this shit. The Shining was good. I never got all the way through because it's seriously
it's huge. Thick. Yeah, like
a very thick book.
Things like the dictionary.
Oh, fuck. Matt Brick brought up The Running Man. Great movie. Holy shit. The Running Man rules. One of my favorite movies. Arnold Schwarzenegger. The Running Man's fucking
great.
incredible.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. The Outsider is very good. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Stephen King he's like the Nicolas Cage. I brought this up before. He's the Nicolas Cage of authors. Okay? He's done so much shit that clearly some of it's going to be good, and he's going to have a bunch of crap.
What was the one he did? And I only saw the movie, but where all the trucks come to life and the one has Green Goblin face on it?
Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah, that one. That's a guilty pleasure. It's goofy, but it's enjoyable.
Cujo, same way with that one. Cujo's good. Yeah, dude, Stephen King rules. Stephen King fucking rules. I don't know why anybody would not like Stephen King. He fucking rules. I like how Eris is like Cars is the one. It's not that. It's not Cars.
Cars. Yeah. Stephen King's Cars. Somebody needs to Photoshop that.
Misery, Cowardly the Dog saying Misery. Misery's good. I met what's her stupid fat face?
Cowardly the Dog says Star Wars Episode 4. Yeah. Classic Stephen King right there.
What is Kathleen? I want to say Kathleen Baker, but that's not it, right? What is the Kathy Bates? I met Kathy Bates, and she is the biggest sweetheart in the entire world. I've told the story a million times. I used to work at Jones on 3rd over in LA, and celebrities come in there a whole bunch. That's where a lot of my celebrity stories come from, is working at Jones on 3rd for like 2 months. But she was just the biggest sweetheart in the whole world. And she's like, sweetie, can I have some barbecue sauce? I'm like, absolutely, Kathy Bates. You can have anything. She was the nicest lady in the whole world.
She's funny as hell too. Like, I've seen a bunch of clips of her like interviewed on, like late night talk shows back in the day. And she's just always fucking like way funnier than you'd imagine.
I didn't know she was funny. I haven't watched any interviews with her. I'm going to have to check it out. Hell yeah, dude. No, she rules. Kathy Bates is like a super nice person. Yeah, man. Stephen King rules. Now hey, chat. You want to stop naming Stephen King books?
Yes, it's time to talk about a real auteur, Ayn Rand.
Well, I mean, come on, dude. Atlas Shrugged rules.
No.
You're a fucking bitch.
You have not read that thing from beginning to end.
No. But most of it.
I played Bioshock Infinite, and that's basically the same thing, right?
No. Bioshock. Bioshock. The first Bioshock. Hey, the chains that bind. Would you kindly talk about Bioshock in a respectful way?
No gods are king.
I'm a huge Bioshock fan. Big Bioshock fan.
First one is great. Second one is not fan. Of
Well, Ken Levine was not involved with the second one.
Well, yeah.
He was involved with Infinite, and Infinite is incredible.
Nah.
Are you
I'm
kidding
not
me?
as
It's one of the
negative
best
about
running
it
guns ever.
I'm not as negative about it as I used to be, but it's not great.
We ought to play, what is the multiplayer fucking one? We ought to play that. I'll kick your ass at it. I'm a way better shot than you are.
What, System Shock 2? We tried that.
No. There's a multiplayer, like, battle, Clash of Boats or some gay shit. I've never played it before. I've literally never played it before. But you can do, like, a death match with Infinite. And you can kill each other. Yeah, I've literally never played it.
That.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a DLC, but if you buy it, you get the DLC.
I'm sure I have it. I bought the whole thing. I mean, I played through Bioshock Infinite. The first one, it's may have fallen off the back of a truck, but I own it legit, and I also have the I have all the DLC. I have the Burial at Sea or whatever it's called, which
Oh, Clash of Clouds is what it's called. No. Fuck. I think it's Clash in the Clouds, something like that. It doesn't matter.
I'm sure I have it.
Oh, you damn kids. I only play the most based game ever, Custer's Revenge on the Atari 2600. That's a Thanksgiving tradition for me. I play some Custer's Revenge.
Not a Thanksgiving tradition of playing Grand Theft Auto 3, which, by the way, you can't get anymore because the remastered versions have replaced it.
Which is
yeah, but see, I can get it because I have a physical copy. I'm sorry, man. Physical media master race over here. I'm so sick of everybody. Digital copies are great. Yeah, you will own nothing.
And you'll be happy.
Well, to be fair, if you bought it before they took it off sale, you still own it, but you can't buy it if you didn't have it.
Yeah, it's a broken piece of shit. You know what I found recently that I encourage everybody. Please add me on Steam and we can play it. That I've never watched Squid Game or whatever, but it's like popular with people. There's a Steam game that's free to play called Crab Game, and it's like all of those stuff. It is the most fun I've had playing a game in a long time.
I look at the description. Yeah, you should probably play this before it gets copyright struck.
I think that they may have found a way around it, but maybe not. I think it would have gotten struck by now.
We all know that DMCA is massively abused.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a really fun game, though. It's super fun. I love playing it. And everybody in those lobbies is like a 13-year-old screaming the N-word at you. It rules, dude. I can never stream it. I'll get taken off a D-Live for it.
Cowardly the dog just messaged me on Skype. He's clearly drunk, by the way. And he was like, my favorite Stephen King movie is Lust in the Time of Heartache.
I'm going to take a pee.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to pick some stuff up from the Steam store. I'm probably going to finally buy Void Bastards.
I kind of want to get the Steam Deck. Like, it honestly looks like a cool little device, but the idea of a console that has no physical media, and I know that's where we're headed. I know they're going to force that on us, but it's just not something I want to support.
I mean, the nice thing I say about Steam is that they haven't gone woke like a lot of other video game companies. Like, people got pissed off at them for not participating in the blackout last year. But who knows how long that's going to last? I mean,
in the blackout.
Gabe Newton's getting old, and he's already a fat man. He's not in the greatest shape. So, I'm a Steam loyalist. Fuck Epic Games. Fuck that Chinese spyware. But who knows how much longer Steam is going to be reliable.
I don't know, man. I feel like at a certain point, especially when they just really force digital only on us, I'm just going to kind of give up on modern gaming. I'm going to be
what they're going to do is they're going to move to the subscription services, like Xbox Game Pass or whatever. You won't even own the games digital. You'll have to pay a subscription for that. Between all the old PS2 games I got in my shoebox full of Game Boy games, I have enough old copies of games to scratch a gaming itch till the day I finally die. So I don't need to get into modern. Like, eventually they'll chase me out of it because eventually it'll just be you own nothing, and I'll be like, okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna play nothing. What was that, Brian?
Oh no, I didn't close the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably gonna pick up Void Bastards, which there's a multiplayer mode. Maybe we can play that because it's like System Shock 2, but like modern. So like all the bad stuff is out of it. It's got like procedurally generated levels. So,
all right. I mean, I've been telling you, and I think it'd be a good thing. Let's like once a month do a fucking Terror House game stream over
play
on
some
my
Custer's Revenge.
Yeah, like just anything good.
I mean, just play 5 minutes of it at the beginning, just to warm things up.
Well, I think like Matt and I like completely different types of games. Like I like.
Really?
I think so. I mean, I play basically first person walking simulator fucking horror games. That's almost exclusively what I play.
I play some of those games too. The issue, if it doesn't seem like I'm playing those games, Brian, it's not because I'm not interested in them. It's because this 7-year-old piece of shit doesn't run them.
Well, I'm excited for the new computer. It's gonna rule.
No, excuse me, it's 8 years old. But yeah, it's a
okay, libertarian. Excuse me, Your Honor. It's 8 years old.
This computer looked 18 if it looked a day.
Now, as I was putting off buying a new computer because I was in Europe. It was like the prices on electronics are super expensive now. But then a thing happened, and now we have a supply chain crisis to the point where I paid I think I paid $1,500 for a computer that would be about $950 in the States.
I gotta say, Cowardly the Dog has a pretty good one, but he should be banned for this. And he spelled my name wrong on top of it. Bryden's Life is a first-person horror game. It's hard to disagree with you, Mustache, buddy. It's a real psychological horror I got going on here.
But yeah, to add to that,
just locked in a room with a letter written by a ghost. That wakes up every morning.
But I want to add to what I said about buying my new computer. It would have actually been cheaper to import the specific model of laptop from the U.S. It would have cost only about $1,200, I think. But the problem is it would take 3 weeks to get here, and it'd be delivered via USPS. So, nah.
Oh, I forgot about this. Speaking of the mail, Matt, can we play, so the Bechtloff can hear it and everything, can we play that Norwegian fucking advertisement for the Norwegian Postal Service?
I would play it, but the last time I tried to play something, I hear it.
Can I screen share and make it work? Do you know if that'll work?
I don't think you can screen share, as I think I'm the only one who can.
I have a button that says share.
Click on it.
Oh, share video file. Hold on, I'll just download it. This is. I should have done this before. This is. It's way up here. God damn it.
Is it nice and life affirming here on this lovely holiday?
It is the funniest shit that I have seen for a very long time. Yeah, let me try to download this motherfucker real quick. Dude, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. We live in a simulation, and it's just trying to bug me now.
I mean, it's an ad in the modern day, so is it just gay interracial porn? I mean,
oh, it's so gay, buddy. It's so gay.
Did I accidentally guess right?
Oh,
I haven't even seen it, so like I'm going into this just as blind as you are, Bechtloff.
Oh, it rules so much.
Watching your postal carrier go black.
I wish it was that. Let's see. You're in the show. Okay, hold on. Yeah,
let
you
me
gotta
add
do
that
it.
to the stream. Yeah.
Is that a
What? It's not reading. I'll have to read this. A lot of presents to deliver. I'll be back next year. Do I look nice? You look nice. I'll miss you. One day, each year. One more year. You're Santa. All I want for Christmas is you, Art. North Pole.
Why does he have a voodoo head on the Christmas tree?
I guess it's a Norwegian thing. I have no idea. There's a weird ordinance for sure. Hey, here's some packages addressed to you. Merry Christmas.
It's nothing but dildos.
Jeg fikk tak i litt assistanse,
Well, I arranged some help this year,
så jeg kan være sammen med deg.
so I can be with you. And here's where it takes a weird turn.
Because it didn't already.
Oh, it was already odd, but you're watching this. This is a commercial for the Postal Service, by the way. Burgers? This is a like. Santa Claus is making out with it. Santa Claus is making out with it. I don't know much about Norway, but what the fuck?
You know what? This is almost as gay as that movie Elf.
50 years of being able to love whoever we want. Merry Christmas from all of us. All of us. Now, here's the deal.
I didn't care for that at all.
Well, well, here's the deal. When did Santa Claus meet this guy? Because it seems like maybe Santa Claus was bringing him presents long before this happened. Santa Claus the child groomer. I'm sorry. Santa Claus is fucking your
He's
kid.
gonna stuff your stocking.
Oh my God. Santa Claus is going up your chimney this year.
you're gonna have a pink sock.
This is worse than the joke I had about Santa Claus years ago. Remember when it was like, oh, Santa Claus is black? Well, Santa Claus is black. Well, we should start leaving out 40s and fried chicken.
Sure. Santa Claus is gay. Just I don't like, but that's the postal service in Norway now. So stop telling me Europe is cool. All right, like we aren't there yet. We're there almost.
Look,
Norway
we must
is
secure a future for gay Santa Clauses.
Well, Norway is like one of a handful of European countries that isn't making them flash papers to go to the bar. So I guess that's a point in their favor. But
yeah, but when they go to the bar, they make out with Santa Claus.
I couldn't believe it, dude. That's so funny. They're just like, and like, dude, even the actors are clearly not into, they're like grossed out by it. Like, they're like, I gotta kiss Santa. And, you know, like they do this weird, awkward kiss. And it's like, what are you doing? You're the
Remember in the movie Bad Santa where the chick was all like, fuck me, Santa, fuck me, Santa?
I'm just saying, if you want to fucking do gay kisses or whatever, make there be a real reason for it. Like Brokeback Mountain. That was some like believable gay kissing. All right? Good movie, actually. Pretty decent movie. But Santa didn't want it. Why was Santa? What happened? Why? Santa's not gay. There's a Mrs. Claus.
I love the ad agency too is thinking
kissing Santa Claus.
The ad agency's thinking to itself, you know what? A normal two men kissing each other, that's not going to disgust people enough. Make one of them 80.
Yeah, exactly. What's the deal with good God, what's the deal with Santa Claus?
What's the deal with gay Santa?
Hey, what's the deal with gay sex? It's not gay and it's not sex. No, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Thank you, Norway, because I laughed my ass off.
That's it. Now I'm officially doing Kwanzaa this year. Christmas is done. I started decorating my tree tonight. It is now a Kwanzaa tree. I'm gonna go get some Black Panther ornaments from fucking Hallmark.
You gotta pray against Kyle Rittenhouse. Like you gotta do something.
Fuck white people. Enough's enough. I wish YouTube never invented them.
Oh goddamn. Yeah, no, that's a fucking nightmare, dude. It's an absolute. And I'm not Norwegian, by the way. I have none of that in me. I'm gay in a completely different way. But that's Norway. That's their postal service. They're like, hey, would you like things delivered? Your mail? Yeah. How about two males kissing each other? Like, I don't get it. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah. we're near the end of the program, but let's read the Streamlabs tips now.
We got Streamlabs tips.
Yeah, we do.
Wow.
It seems to work on a every other week schedule.
Well, the Bechtloff is just now a third mic on the show. I've decided.
Forney, did you know that in this religion I just made up, sharing super chats is customary?
What,
Sorry,
Kwanzaa?
I regard every federal holiday after January 1st, 1960 as non-canon.
It's a traditional Kwanzaa tradition to share your super chats.
Yo, listen, I'm sorry. I only celebrate Black Christmas.
But anyway, let's go with the Streamlabs tips. And if you want to get one in quickly before we end, streamlabs.com/terrorhouse magazine. Anyway, Cow to the Dog for $3. Can't believe you finally got your first black guest on. Also, canned cranberry sauce. It's the most shameful thing the U.S. has committed in all of its history.
No, no. Canned cranberry sauce is the cranberry sauce.
It is.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry. It's the shape, everything.
If it's not shaped like a can, I don't want it.
I hate cranberry sauce.
I want those little ridges in the side.
Yeah.
And also Bechtloff has been on the show before 2 years ago.
Right. Wasn't he like one of the first people like 2 years ago?
Like the second.
I don't remember 2 years ago.
I don't know. I don't know the Bechtloff thing. I want to know the Bechtloff more.
That was when we did when it was still a podcast.
I remember being a teenager and then I kind of blacked out and I woke up a week ago.
And I'm yelling at you.
Apparently, I had a feud with a bald gay Canadian too. I don't know what the hell was up with that.
Matt's not Canadian; he's Mexican.
Okay. Thank you very much for the tip. Eris for $10.
Hey, Eris,
Joker impression. That's all she said.
What did she say? What did
she just said? Joke impression.
Joke impression?
Joker.
That's some good bottom text right there.
I'm going to do the Dark Knight impression of the Joker because I'm gay and I don't know. Here we go. Here's my impression of the Joker. It's a good one, right?
Don't get too far into character or you kill yourself like Heath.
Oh. Oof-a-loof. Oh, jeez. Let's see. What were the other Jokers? I can't do the fucking Jack Nicholson Joker. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? Is that fine? That good for you?
I got a good Cesar Romero. Fuck you! I'm not shaving my mustache.
Bechtloff and I will be working together on something. I don't know what. Probably this show. I'm gonna have him just replace me. That way I don't have to
just paint over it. Nobody will notice.
Yeah,
cameras
exactly.
suck back then.
Yeah.
And really, nobody did until somebody pointed it out. Like once you see it, it's obvious, but I never noticed till someone said it.
I didn't either.
It looked fine.
It was just fine until some bozo jabroni ruined it for everyone. You know, and then last, who do we got? Oh, wait, hold on. I've got the Jared Leto Joker. Nobody cares about me being the Joker.
Well, the Jared Leto Joker is where you watch a black guy rail Harley Quinn in for.
I never watched Suicide Squad. They made such.
Somebody told me that happened. I didn't watch it either. I mean, I like comic books, but there's enough comic book movies out there that I don't have to watch shitty ones. Like, I don't have to watch the ones I know are going to be bad.
Yeah, hold on. I do want to try this one. I don't have a Jack Nicholson, but this is the best that I can do. But Media Hit said, Jack Nicholson's Joker. Never rub another man's rhubarb. And I think that's how he said it, but I remember that because it's funny. That's right after he shoots Bruce Wayne, who put that plate thing when he confronts Joker. Because that's when he does that poem where he's like something about him. Oh, I wish I could remember it off the top of my head. But because like he throws Bruce off when he goes, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? And Bruce is like, Michael Keaton Bruce is like, what? And then he shoots him. Because that's, what, the Joker in that storyline shot his parents. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? And then he goes over after he shoots him. He goes, never rub another man's rhubarb. That type of deal.
You know, Michael Keaton never got enough credit as an actor.
Great fucking
I mean,
actor,
a guy that
great
goes
fucking
from Batman to Beetlejuice to Mr. Mom all in the course of like 3 years.
Dude, those were the Keaton days, man. He was killing it. Michael Keaton rules. He's a great actor. And the last one, I don't think I can do a Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Yeah, I can't do one. I don't know how he sounds even. I can't picture him in my head because he's not exaggerated.
Voice break.
Murray, when you bring me out, can you call me Matt Forney, the biggest faggot in the world? Like, I don't know. I can't. Yeah, there's no
joke, Murray.
Remember when critics had to pretend like that movie sucked because the wrong people liked it?
Oh, yeah. That movie how about another joke, Murray? Like, I can't do it. He just sounds gay when he says it, but not
It's
gay.
a little too flamboyant.
Yeah, it's like a cool Joker flamboyant. Like, you can't do it. I can't do it without sounding stupid.
But yeah.
Have you ever done the cha-cha slide with Bryden in the LAFX setting? I don't know what that is. Send $10 more and I'll answer your stupid question.
Well, we have more Streamlabs tips to get to. So.
Okay, well, that's great. But yeah, Eris, thanks for the $10. You roll.
Anyway, next step is Eris for $20.
Holy shit!
You didn't say anything in this tip, but thank you very much all the same.
Well, now I feel like a dick because I didn't even try. I was like, fuck you, Eris. And then she comes with... She's drunk or on opiates or something. Something's happening.
Well, she said, and I'm paraphrasing in the chat because I can't scroll up to see it. She said, well, I'm giving you money instead of giving it to my meth head ex.
Okay.
What makes you think that we're not in contact with your meth head ex? He's writing a book for Terror House.
Not to ruin it, but you probably could have just given nobody money.
There is that. There is that. I do appreciate it. There is that, though. You could have just, like I think of my moral philosophy, done nothing. Because Matt's gonna take this. I'll get $3 of this bullshit, and he's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, expenses."
No, you're gonna
go buy yourself a soda. Here you go.
We got $33 total, so you get what?
You literally almost said 33 sodas. You almost said 33 sodas.
People are just sending him cans of Pepsi.
Oh my god.
But yeah, you'll get half of that. This is, I think, the biggest single show haul we've ever had.
That's true, I think.
Bryden's only going to burn his half.
It's not about the money. It's about
taking it
harassing Eris.
Okay, yeah, but I know you have to go soon, Bryden. So let's wrap the show up. Anything else you guys want to bring up before we go?
Did you hear about these pedophiles in Hollywood? It's like a whole deal.
Oh damn! I have never
heard
of that.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
they're good people. They wouldn't hurt nobody.
Bunch of cool white guys out there. Wouldn't hurt nobody. But yeah, it's weird.
Nice.
Turns out. No, I got nothing.
Next thing you're going to tell me that Kevin Spacey guy did something.
Well, not Kevin Spacey. I mean,
he's like a stand-up. He's such a great actor.
Yeah, he's living his life as a gay man now. So, still the single best thing. He didn't even deny anything. He just goes, "Oops, I'm gay." Like that's what he said, and everybody was like, "Well, he is gay now." That rules. Like. From now on, I will be living my life as a
Excuse me, I'll have you know I'm a neurodivergent minor. That's what he should have said.
Okay, let's wrap this thing up because I got to go eat.
Anyway, Bechtloff, anything you want to plug?
Nah, I'm good. I don't want people to look at me.
Oh, there's a link to his your YouTube channel in the description. Go check that out, guys.
I actively discourage listeners.
Well, the thing is, the next time the Bechtloff does anything, I'm gonna try to weasel my dumb ass into it because this is about the funniest fucking piece of bullshit that I've done all day, and I've been very funny all day. So, you know what
I want to promote? I want to say everyone should go watch Ghostbusters 3. Because it's a good movie and it pisses off leftists.
Don't you mean Ghostbusters 4?
No.
Listen, I'm not watching any Ghostbusters without Bill Murray in it. Okay, that shit's gay.
He's in it.
Is it? Well, but okay, in it, but not being Bill Murray.
No, he's in it. He is in it as Peter Venkman. He is very much Peter Venkman in this.
Okay, that's fine.
So it wasn't like the
Look,
cameo.
I am about as huge of a Ghostbusters fan as you can get. I got a Ghostbusters boner from here to Alpha Centauri. I loved Ghostbusters 3. All right, it was fucking fantastic.
Fair enough. Okay.
You know, I once had a bad dream that they remade Ghostbusters with 3 lesbians and a gorilla, but thank God that never happened. Nobody would do such a thing.
Well, it's like the rumor of the 4th Indiana Jones movie. Just a really bad rumor.
Okay, it's nothing but downhill racism from here. Go check out fucking this weekend at some point, and usually every Saturday, dlive.tv/Bryden. It's in the description. I'm World's Only Comic on Twitter. Check out my stuff. I play horror games sometimes, but I mostly just watch YouTube videos and call Matt Forney fat, even though he's not there.
Have you ever watched Aunt Myrna's Party Cheese Salad on your channel?
I have not.
Okay,
No,
you need to
Bryden.
watch
do
Aunt
not
Myrna's.
fall for it.
You need to watch Aunt Myrna's Party Cheese Salad by Cooking with Jack.
Oh, no. I think I have seen that video, but not on the stream. Because she's like, you could feed 4 people for
No, I don't.
or whatever.
No. It's Cooking with Jack, and he cooks his Aunt Myrna's Party Cheese Salad, and it is, it's
very
something.
black.
Isn't Cooking with Jack the guy with like the stroke?
Yeah, he's the guy with the stroke arm.
Oh, the guy Merce watches all the fucking time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you need to watch Aunt Myrna's Party Cheese Salad. I can't. Every streamer should. It should be like you. Susan should require everyone to watch Aunt Myrna's Party Cheese Salad at least once.
Aunt Myrna's Party Cheese Salad.
As long as we're making disgusting recommendations, I recommend watching a very interesting video called Blue Waffle.
That's a picture. And it's absurd of you to bring that up because now it's in my brain and I'm about to go eat food. So you're a faggot. God, it's rough. It's a rough one. Okay, guys, let's get out of here. I got to go eat some food.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm going to go eat Thanksgiving dinner finally.
I got to go finish decorating my Kwanzaa tree.
My website is mattfunny.com. Anyway, we're done with the show. Oh, by the way, check out the Black Friday sale. Everything's on sale at Terror House. Ebooks, 99 cents. Paperbacks and audiobooks, 20% off. 50% off on merch at terrorhousepress.com. Sale ends Tuesday. Buy all the damn books. I almost forgot to bring that up. But yeah, that'll do it for the show. The show's presented by Kachi.
Illagina, Connor Random, fucking vagina bullshit. I'm Matt Forney, and we are out. Go.